Tell me in 2018, what are the issues that the Democrats should focus on? What do you think are not only important, but winning political issues?
So look, the Russia thing, we're gonna have to see how this one resolves. But right now, the idea that there is a connection between a foreign government that we know, our intelligence agencies have told us, hacked into American systems to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. I mean, that's stunning. So, and right now, Republicans won't even talk openly about the fact that it happened, much less what it is that we need to do to get to the bottom of an investigation about it and make sure it never, ever, ever happens again. I think that's going to be a really important, and where that develops, about the relationship between Russia, the Trump campaign, and Donald Trump personally. I think that's going to be a big deal. I think it's a big deal to talk about healthcare. There is nothing right now that better illustrates the difference between Republicans and Democrats. That Republicans want to knock 24 million people off healthcare so that they can give a tax break to a handful of millionaires and billionaires. They want to drive up costs for middle-class families and working families so they can give a tax break to a handful of millionaires and billionaires. They want to say it's okay to charge more for people with pre-existing conditions or cut out people with mental health issues or substance abuse. Also, they can give a tax break to a handful of millionaires and billionaires. Man, how could you have a better distinction between what it means to be a Republican in America today and what it means to be a Democrat? And then look at that budget. Look at that nasty budget that Donald Trump has sent forward. And the Republicans are saying, hey, yeah, it looks like it's right at about the right place. A budget that takes areas like public education and says, hey, let's cut funding for, I don't know, for foreign languages, for PE, cut funding for AP classes, cut funding for the Special Olympics. I mean, are you kidding me? And then for college students, you know, to say let's get rid of loan forgiveness for young people who go into public service, for people who are really moved by public service. Let's just drown them on the student loans. You know, let's just pack them on. And they want to drive up the costs on student loans for low-income students. They want to cut Pell Grants, and that's just one area where it's all about shrinking opportunity. And then they want to cut the budget for the Environmental Protection Agency. This will lop off a huge part of the EPA. Let those guys dump in the rivers, let them drill offshore. Boy, to me, those are the areas Democrats should talk about. The areas where the differences between what it means to be a Democrat and what it means to be a Republican could not be clearer. Those are the fights we need to have, and boy, we need to have them all the way.